So I wasn't sure if I filmed an intro to this video, so I'm doing that now just in case, but today I decided to just do a little chit chat, get ready with me with some new products that I recently purchased. I'm trying them out, and I thought I would just sit down and film while I was getting ready for work and show you guys what I think of the products. So if you want to see how I got this look and chit chat a little bit with me, then just keep watching. Bye guys. I don't have anything on my face yet, as you can tell, looking a little oily. I will leave everything down in the description that I am using today, but I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with anti-acne treatment in it. For some reason, recently my skin has been acting up. I'm not entirely sure what exactly is causing it. It could be that I'm using new products. I just recently got a new moisturizer from Murad. It's in the blue bottle, and I think it's just called the Skin Perfecting Lotion. So I just started using that, and I've noticed recently, like, I have a couple breakouts here on my chin, some around my nose. I just have a lot of redness, but I don't know what it is. I can't attribute anything to it yet. And then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer in the Smoothing Primer. So we're going to put that on. After I film this video, I really want to do like a get to know me video. I love those kinds of videos, so I think I'm going to put this one up first, and then I'll put up the a tag video with like a bunch of questions. Because I love those kinds of questions. I love getting to know people. I'm really nosy, so maybe that's why I like those videos, but yeah. I'm really going to take the NYX green concealer and get rid of some of the redness I have on my face. This stuff is really pigmented. Like the smallest dot goes a really long way. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that to concealer on my face. And so now that that looks a little weird, I'm gonna cover it on top with a little bit of concealer before I go in with my foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Cream Camouflage Concealer in shade 6. So I'm just gonna put that all over my face where I put the concealer. And I'm gonna use a brush for this because I really don't like using my fingers for makeup. It just like grosses me out. I don't know. I'd rather use a brush. So I'm gonna take the Sigma F80 flat top. It's dirty, but oh well. I got a new foundation. It's the Maybelline Superstay foundation. If you guys can't tell, I really love finding new foundations to use. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. And I have actually really been liking this. I like how it sits on my face. It does keep me matte for a pretty long time too. It's really comfortable. And I have the shade 30 Warm Nude, which is a little dark for me right now. I have absolutely I have a little bit of a tan, but I am pretty pale. I just can't keep a tan no matter how hard I try, so I'm gonna mix it with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless 110 Porcelain just to lighten it up a bit. I'm just gonna take this beauty blender and buff that all in. My friend, one of my best friends, we were talking about makeup the other day, and she was showing me like her little collection of makeup she has. She just has like a makeup bag full of her makeup that she uses every day, and she had a little sponge in there, and it was dirty. It was obviously she used it, and I asked her if she ever uses it wet, and she was like, wet? No, why would I use it wet? And I was like, what? Sometimes I just think it's so crazy that people don't know to use like a sponge wet. I mean, you don't have to, obviously there's no rules with makeup, like you can do whatever you want and what works for you. But I was just explaining to her that obviously a sponge soaks up product, and so when you wet the sponge, it just prevents the sponge from soaking up all your foundation when you're putting it on. Like, yes, it'll still soak up a little bit, which is a good thing in case you like over apply too much makeup. You can like get some of that makeup off your face. But if you're using the sponge dry, it's like just gonna soak everything up. And she was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. I thought it was funny, but yeah. Okay, I'm actually gonna go wet this again because it's not wet enough for me. So I will be right back. All right, so I just wet it some more, and I'm actually gonna go in with just a little bit more foundation in areas that I want more coverage. So like my cheeks and my chin, basically the lower half of my face. And I'm just gonna blend that in. Oh yeah, this is much better. It was too dry before. I'm gonna go ahead in with, sorry, I don't know why I clapped, with my new Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I finally found this. I kept going to my Ulta, my local Ulta, and they were completely sold out, and it sold out online. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna be able to get my hands on this. And then I finally went to a different Ulta, and this was seriously, this is the shade Light. This was seriously the last one. They didn't have any fair. They didn't have, this was the last one for in the shade Light. They didn't have any light medium. I think they had whatever, I don't know what the dark colors are. They're like tan and medium maybe, but those are way too dark for me, obviously. And this was the last one, so I was like, I mean, it's meant to be, right? It's here for a reason. I need to grab it. And I actually did try this yesterday. Yeah, and it's really good. The coverage is amazing, and it doesn't feel heavy. I just had gotten the Kat Von D Lock It Cream Concealer, the one I showed it in a couple of videos, and it was like this, and it's like a tube formula, and that was just way too thick. Like for underneath the eyes, it was just like, it took forever to blend out, and it was just too heavy. I didn't like the formula, at least for under the eyes. It's probably a good like spot concealer. I should have tried that, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. It's very comparable to the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer for sure. I mean, the coverage is there. It actually has that was a little bit of a fragrance to it, which normally fragrances irritate me. I have really sensitive, like my eyes are really sensitive, and this doesn't irritate my eyes at all. The scent is like pretty floral. It's definitely floral, but it smells really good, and like I said, it doesn't irritate me. But if you are sensitive to smells, you might want to go into store and look at the like testers that they have out to smell it, or like test it on your hand or something to see if it'll irritate you, because there is a fragrance. So you can see like how much coverage this has. It looks really light on camera. Doesn't look that bad in person. But once we have like bronzer and everything else on, it'll all flow. I'm taking the RCMA No Color Powder. It's still, I have it in this because this is just not like, what's the word? Like this packaging just doesn't work to get like your beauty blender in there. So I just use my old Laura Mercier and like dump it in there and use what's in here. So we're gonna set the under eyes and the eyelids, if I don't forget, within the next couple seconds. So. I just got a new eyebrow pencil, and I've had this one before. So this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I got it in the shade Espresso. It's very, I feel like it's really like red and warm toned, but it's okay. I just also recently got Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in Brunette, And this is a little light for me right now because my hair is pretty dark, but I'm getting my hair done next week and I'm super excited because I'm going lighter. It's the first time in a long time that I'm getting like highlights. So this will definitely come in handy when I get my hair done. And as of right now, it doesn't even look bad with my dark hair. Like if I go overboard on my eyebrows, it definitely just helps tone them down a bit. So that's good. All right, so I'm done with that pencil. Now I'm gonna take the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel and Brunette, like I said, and just put that right over top. Carefully. The only thing that I don't like about this product is that the wand is pretty big. So you need to be careful when you put it on so that you don't like get it all over the place on your eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. blush brush. And I'm just gonna wipe that away. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. If you guys haven't used this before, or if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go into Ulta or Sephora and just smell it, because it smells like chocolate. And who doesn't want chocolate on their face? Right? Alright, so I had to shut my camera off for a second because it said it was too hot. So I did turn the fan on. If you can hear it, I apologize. All I did was finish up my face, so they weren't anything new. I just finished up with the Milk Chocolate Soleil for my contour and bronzer, and then I did a mix. I used the Cheekathon palette from Benefit. I used a mix Coralista, which is this bottom one down here, and then I mixed it with the Balm's Down Boy, which is just a really pretty, like, cooler toned pink. And then I used Champagne Pop from the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette, and then I topped it with the Mary Loumanizer from the Balm. So that's all I did. I put the highlighter on my cheekbones, my nose, and my Cupid's bow, and now I'm just going to blend that out a little bit so it doesn't look like stripes on my face. I'm going to clean up the bottom part a little bit right here, so I'm taking my beauty blender again and then the RCMA powder and just cleaning it up a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. I just got my little birthday present from Ulta. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Midnight Cowboy. It's just a really pretty, like light pink toned, sparkly color. Super pretty. So I'm gonna use that today. And for the other colors, I'm just gonna use my Naked palette. So I'm gonna take a Morphe E27, a fluffy blending brush, and take the shade Naked, which is just a light, really light brown shade, and that's gonna go right above the crease. Just like that, and then I'm gonna grab, actually I don't want this to be too intense, so I'm gonna wipe that off now. I'm just gonna grab a big round brush and wipe that away. There you go. I'm actually gonna add just a little bit of powder there, like color face powder. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Filter Creamy Powder Foundation in shade 3 and just run that right on top so it's not so striking. Taking a smaller fluffy brush, the E40 from Sigma, and I'm gonna go into the shade Buck, which is just a little bit darker than Naked. And that's gonna go right on top of the shade Naked to just make it a little bit darker. Going back in with the Morphe brush and just blending that on top. Now I'm just gonna take the Urban Decay eyeshadow and I'm gonna use my finger and just put that on my eyelids. Sigma brush that we were using with the shade Buck, which was the darker brown shade, and just blend out these edges like right into the crease. That's what that looks like. Just a really simple eye look today. So I'm gonna take a little small smudger brush and I'm gonna take the shade Virgin and Sin. Sin is just a little bit more pink, so I'm going to use that to highlight. It'll go really well with that Urban Decay eyeshadow because that Urban Decay one has a pink tone to it. So I'm just going to take this and do my inner corners. I'm actually going to take the little Smashbox trio that I have, and I'm going to take the shade Vanilla in here, which is this one here. And this like really large shader brush from Sigma. It's just a flat one, and I'm gonna run that above where my brow bone is. Going back with the Morphe brush, I'm just gonna blend that together. So that's it for the top of the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little pencil brush. This one's by Morphe again, the E36, and I'm gonna grab Buck and just run that along the bottom lower lash line. Alright, so that's it for that. Just a little bit on the bottom for some definition. So I do have a new mascara that I bought. It is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious version. I never have any luck with Maybelline mascaras, so I'm really like nervous to try this, but I've heard really great things about this mascara. Not so much this one, the original one. There's a lot of good reviews on, so hopefully this works out. I've already opened it and the formula looks super black, but it also looks really wet, which I'm not a fan of super wet mascaras. So maybe once it dries out, it'll be really good, but I mean, I don't even know. I haven't used it. Okay, I'm still just gonna take my normal mascara that I use on my bottom lashes, which is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. So I'm gonna do that on the bottom. So here goes nothing. Whoa. I hope this looks good because I hate when my lashes don't look good. Pretty clumpy. Right off the bat, the formula is very black and it's pretty wet. It's doing a good job at like making my lashes long. Oh yeah, can you see? They're like kind of clumpy though, but look at the difference. That's kind of crazy. So I'm not even going to touch that one anymore right now. I'm going to let that dry a little bit and then I'll go in with a second coat afterwards. But let's do the other eye. While you and me repeat this bittersweet. I like that this wand is like tapered smaller at the end. It really allows you to get like on the corners of your eyes. I'm not going to try and do a second coat with this mascara just because the formula is so wet and they're already clumping. Since my tried and true mascara over here is a little bit more dry, I'm going to use this to do a second coat. Maybe it'll help separate them a little bit more, but overall, I don't hate it. I don't mind clumpy lashes. I like that look, so it looks good. I just think that the formula will be a million times better once it dries out a little bit. So thumbs up for that. I actually really like that. With my second coats of mascara, I like to go behind the lashes to coat that way. It'll help build them up a little bit at the tips, so I like to do that. And then I really make sure, like, especially on the first coat, I really make sure to get in at the root because it'll help keep the lashes lifted I'm gonna leave it like that. My contacts always like need to adjust afterwards. Alright, and we are almost done. I just got new lipstick. This is the NYX Lingerie liquid lip in the color Embellishment. I also got the color Lace Detail. I actually wore it yesterday and I really like the formula. They really stick to your lips. But instead of wearing Lace Detail today because, you know, it's pink, I thought I would switch it up and use this purple one. I'm going to use the NYX lip liner in Natural since it's a little more like a mauve. Okay, so lips are lined and now I'm just gonna take the NYX color. All right, so that's what that looks like. I really like the formula of these. They aren't like super thick. They dry down pretty well and they seem to last a long time. This is in the color Embellishment again, so these are really great. The applicator is super easy too. It's like, it really allows you to get like precisely around your lips, which is great. So yeah, I think those are all the new products I have today. So I think this is awesome. It's definitely full coverage, and if you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest trying this. If you like the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, you will love this. It's just so hard to get a hold of right now, but if you can find it, I would get it, especially if they have your shade available. Just grab it. You'll love it, I promise. The next thing that I had, I think this one. These two, I mean, I've already had this before, so I know I already like it, but this is good too. It has the same staying power as the Clear Brow Gel that I've loved for like years now. So this is nice to like help with filling in any gaps or to tone down the color if you've gone a little overboard. And this one is really nice. I am really shocked at how much I actually like this. So this is probably going to be another favorite. Yeah, just need the formula to dry it a little bit, but overall it's awesome. You guys saw how much of a difference it made in my lashes. So there's that one. And then of course lastly the lipstick, which I just told you the formula is great. So I think that's it for today. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little get ready with me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with anybody that you think would be interested in these beauty videos. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can see future videos from me. I think I'm about to go film that get to know me tag with a couple questions. There's like 20 to get to know me a little bit better. So I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great day or night wherever you guys are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my